here we're going to look at the 30, 60, 90 special right triangle, and we're going to look at the relationship between the sides. We won't talk about where that relationship comes from. We'll do that in the next video. And then we're going to apply that relationship to these two examples to solve each triangle. So let's go over what the relationships are between the sides in a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So the first thing we need to cover is the terms for each side. So when we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the longest side, the side opposite the 90-degree angle, is referred to as the hypotenuse. That's the same for every triangle. All right. Then we have the two legs. The leg that is the shortest leg, we refer to as the short leg. The leg that is longer, we refer to as the long leg. Pretty straightforward. So, in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, there are two things that are true. The first is that the hypotenuse is twice as long as the short leg. Pretty easy to understand. And when we talk about where this relationship comes from, we'll see why that's true. And then the second thing is that the long leg is root 3 multiplied by the short leg. So if we take the short leg and we multiply that by the square root of 3, we get the long leg length of the triangle. So now that we have this covered, let's go ahead and see how that works in these two examples. All right, so we're asked to solve triangle ABC. We first want to verify that it is indeed a 30, 60, 90. So if this angle is 90 degrees, this is 60 degrees. If I do 180 minus 90 minus 60, it means that this remaining angle here has to be 30 degrees. Now, I'm going to go ahead and identify all the sides. So this is the side opposite the 30-degree angle. So this is our short leg. All right. This is our hypotenuse. And then the side opposite the 60-degree angle is going to be the long leg. So let's find the hypotenuse first. The hypotenuse is going to be side BC. And we know that is twice as long as the short leg. So that's just going to be 5 times 2, which equals 10. So the hypotenuse is 10 units long. Right. The long leg, AB, is equal to the short leg multiplied by the square root of 3, or the square root of 3 multiplied by the short leg. So we get the square root of 3 times 5. You can also write that as 5 square roots of 3. And if you want a decimal approximation of that, that is about 8.66. All right. When you're given the short leg, it's pretty straightforward because the other two sides fall from the summary that we have here. When you're not given it in that way, it can be a little bit harder to solve, but we should still be able to do it. So in this one, we're going to start the same way. We're going to identify what the sides are and then go ahead and try and solve the triangle. Same thing, because this is 90 degrees, these two have to add up to 90. So I know that this has to be a 60-degree angle, and we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So the side opposite the 30-degree angle is going to be the short leg. The side opposite the 60-degree angle is going to be the long leg. And then the remaining side is our hypotenuse. So we're going to go ahead and try and come up with the other two remaining sides. So we're told that the long leg is root 3 multiplied by the short leg. So in this one, we have the long leg and we're trying to find the short leg. So we're trying to go the other way. So instead of multiplying by the square root of 3, we're going to divide by the square root of 3. So EF is going to be equal to 9 divided by the square root of 3. You can go ahead, you can type that into your calculator if you would like. We're going to rationalize this, so I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by the square root of 3. So I get 9 square roots of 3 over 3. So 9 square roots of 3 over 3, we can simplify that to 3 square roots of 3. And if you go ahead and plug that into your calculator, you will end up with about 5.20. Then to find the hypotenuse, the remaining side, we know that the hypotenuse is twice the short leg, so we're just going to multiply the short leg by 2. So our exact answer is going to be 6 square roots of 3, and if you plug that into your calculator, you end up with about 10.40, which you can find that by just doubling 5.20. And that's it. In the next video, we're going to cover why this relationship is actually true.